as far as Portuguese missionary work goes, when we were there, well, Brazilians, the ones that we met, and at least when I was there, the Brazilians were the only ones that would let us in a lot of the time. The people from Portugal, they were nice, but they never wanted to talk to us. So I didn't get to teach a lot of people from Portugal. I do know that we have one Portuguese member now in the branch, so that's been pretty cool. And they're nice people, but I guess at the moment, they probably just weren't ready to listen. So the Brazilians, however, they are pretty busy. It is very hard to locate them a lot of the times. The people that we were teaching, a lot of the times wouldn't answer their phone, so we would have to just kind of go out and meet them at their house and hope that they were there. You could often tell when a person wasn't interested. I remember this one time we called one of our potential investigators, and they didn't answer. And then later they called, and they're like, "Hey, who's this?" And we're like, "Oh, hey, like we're the missionaries." And they're like, "Oh, could I call you later?" And we're like, "Yeah, definitely." And then my companion who was on the phone hung up. I was like, he called us to tell us that he had to call us later. And we're like, well, hopefully he'll call us later. But he didn't, shockingly enough. But, they were just really busy. Very spiritual people. Brazilians, they have a lot of faith in Jesus Christ. They're very religious people at heart. It was easy to pray with them. It was easy for us to bring up the gospel. And they're very, like I said, very religious. Some of them very knowledgeable, especially about their own particular doctrine, to the point where they wanted to teach us, which, I applaud, because I know that they're very fervent in that, but sometimes made a little difficult for teaching them the gospel of Jesus Christ, the restored gospel. The Brazilians that we taught were a lot of evangelical people, so one of the biggest things that one can do in Portuguese work is working with the members. The members are absolutely wonderful. Like I said, it's hard being a member of New Jersey, and we know that some of the coolest spiritual experiences that we had, some of the most powerful lessons that we had, were when we were able to help a member out in their time of need. And I know that the missionaries played a big part in helping the ward out, and then the branch helped out in their way as well. They were great examples. None of them are perfect, of course, and the missionaries aren't either. But there's a wonderful sense of family. The Portuguese branch always treated the missionaries and continue to do so as family. And so that would be one tip, is to work closely with them. And there's also a lot of members out there from the Portuguese branch that we were always trying to look for because they were less active. And I think that's an important part too of helping out the Portuguese branch there, because I think a lot of the members that have distanced themselves a little bit are just a couple of steps away from coming back. And people still remember them. The members in the branch still talk about them sometimes, because I think there's just one big family there. And so as far as investigators go, it's always good to keep your head up and talk to as many people as you want. But there's a lot of work that Heavenly Father wants done for the less actives, and working with the members is something that I think is very important in the Portuguese missionary in New Jersey. And that was something that I'm really grateful for, that I got to work with such wonderful members over there.